what's up, YouTube? This is your girl, the doll, the knowing, seeing all knowing right here on YouTube and the knowing on Facebook, coming back with another video. We know that I think this day 16 and Diddy's trial, and a lot of things are happening with the trial. A lot of people are coming forth. They've asked for immunity from the government, which is a smart thing to do. I know people are talking about the statute of limitation as far as things that happen, but you never know about the government. You really don't. So I think it was a smart thing to ask for immunity. But they're also talking about $100,000 that was also in a bag. Y'all, this is your girl coming back, talking about a video on Diddy. It just seems nothing about this is basically shocking. Every day, people say, oh, I'm so shocked to see this. I'm so shocked. No, I'm not shocked to see any of it. Even to the point where the friend was dangling. He dangled her over the balcony on a high rise, allegedly at Katz's apartment. She put her then, it's her ex-girlfriend, but her then girlfriend, she put in the bathroom. She didn't want her to be exposed. And then Diddy threw into some furniture, which caused some body injuries to her. Every time you look at this, you look at and see, and you may ask yourself, why did these women do this? Why did they stay? It could be several different reasons. It could be psychological mind games that it appears that he played with Cass and a lot of other ones. It could be the fact that they was scared of losing their job security. They wanted to be famous. It is so many reasons why people resort to doing things that doesn't make any sense. Normally, if you're afraid of somebody, you'll do things that you would normally do. And I do think that these people was afraid of him. I think they was afraid that, he would actually cave them and get away with it, that nobody would report it. Like when he beat Cassie in that hotel. We saw it. We even saw when he came back with the apology after he said he didn't do it. So we know he's a liar. We know he's a woman beater. I mean, these things are already there. People are saying that the jury is showing fatigue because they're tired of seeing things played over and over and over. And to me, these ladies, I believed everything they said. I honestly do. And people will say, why would they stay there? People stay for several reasons. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, they could have been scared. They could have thought that, he was going to come back. He was going to send his people. Because, see, he had people doing bad things for him. And when you have everybody doing everything bad for you, honey, it's not hard for you to be afraid, and they continue to do it. And it seemed like that's what happened. Everybody the prosecutor brings up, the defense tries to break it down and try to discredit them. Well, that is part of their job. But I don't really see anything that the defense have discredited. If they're talking about this lady that is on the stand today, I feel like because of drugs and all the drugs they took, it could have anybody's mind fuzzled. Excuse me. It could. Because they were on drugs almost daily. And when somebody is supplying these drugs to you, it's hard to get off of them. Especially if you already experienced bouts with drugs. It's not hard to go back and get those drugs and start using them and abusing them again. It's just not. And not only did I think she provided drugs to Diddy and Cassie, I think she bought them too. And at one time, the defense tried to get her to name names. I don't care what anybody say. That woman was not going to name any names because it could be very dangerous for her. It could be deadly. So I understand why I wouldn't drop any names either. See, the thing about it is the defense is there to discredit everybody and to get Diddy's off. And so far, they haven't been able to do it. They're saying they got an African-American, little small, petite woman to do this cross. I don't know why, because you don't need to say that you're like badgering the witness or it doesn't need to appear that way, because it does not set good, some have said, in the eyes of jurors. You know, we're all waiting to see this in a, you know, extensive trial. This could go on until July, you know, on or before July 4th, 5th. And they're just trying to get to the bottom of it. And the witnesses on there now, I think all of them are using aliases, except for the ones that we know. She's supposed to get in a plane and fly out on next Thursday and fly out of the country. It's a lot of stuff going on in this. It's a lot of moving parts. And the only thing that the defense is trying to do is tear down one part. Because the only thing that they have to do is show a reasonable doubt with one. And it could be in the fair goodwill of Diddy's. And I don't see how anybody can see what this really is. I don't. Because it's clear. So that is just the rundown that I am. I'll be, you know, trying to come back and give a video daily about this, but it's just, you know, it's disheartening that all of these people were really controlled by manipulation, drugs, and thinking that someone had the power. It really was. And I think I mentioned the $100,000. That was for the hotel video. You know, even he was off of his rockers. If you actually think there's always one video, you just never know who's recording. And this day and time of technology, you never know. And for the good of Cass and a lot of other people, we're glad it was recording. Somebody else was. Because it was leaked to the press. It played on CNN. And all the lies he had been telling, what a big liar Cassie wasn't true. Remember, her mother took the stand. And her mother said about those $20,000 that if you don't give it, I'm going to leak these tapes. And they gave it. Isn't that contortion? Isn't it? I thought it was. And that will back up the RICO charges. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.